go, pal.
War never changes.
Alright, so what do I have to say about the Fallout 4 trailer? Well, I can't really think of what else to say rather than I love it. It's really different than what I was expecting. The funny thing is that I didn't know what to expect. After seeing the jump from Oblivion to Skyrim, I was amazed. Just as amazed as I am right now. By knowing the lore and having a good bit of experience in game development, I picked up on a few things. So, let's go by this trailer inch by inch. Right off the bat, we see some familiar Fallout icons. You got Ron Perlman as the narrator over the radio, a Mr. Hansy serving sugar bomb cereal, and a puppy who I'm guessing is dog meat? I mean, come on, how else are you going to engage the older fans of the series? As the trailer goes on, Bethesda merges the post-war Boston, yeah, it's Boston by the way, with what it looked like pre-war. From what I gathered, it seems to be about a father who was struggling to get his family into a Vault-Tec vault, probably the one that we see over the course of the next few minutes, 111. I find this really intriguing as I was really a fan of the Operation Anchorage DLC. The one thought that goes through my head though is that I'm pretty sure this takes place before you actually start the game, and I'll come back to this point later. The next minute or so gives us a glimpse at what post-war Boston looks like. We see the Bunker Hill Memorial, a refitted USS Constitution, the Paul Revere statue, the Boston State House, and Fenway Park, just to name a few. What's striking to me, however, is the look of Fallout 4. The game doesn't have a green tint and colorless buildings. Everything in the game is so vibrant and colorful, possibly reflecting their real-world counterparts. I mean, be honest, look at DC and tell me that that white landscape is as vibrant as Boston is. But looks aside, I have to say that for a Bethesda game, the graphics are great. Not exactly amazing, but really good so far. The lighting looks phenomenal and the death claws look great. We went from this to this. There are even smaller details which I saw that intrigued me, like the clouds over the cityscape and the tiny blinking lights inside the son of a bitch! Going further in depth, I noticed one small detail. The beginning segment where Dogmeat navigates the decimated house doesn't look computer generated. Not as much as the ending cinematic or pre-war stuff, which is a little bit more convincing. Which, if true, means that Fallout 4 may be more open than its predecessors, meaning fewer doors and less load times. Just walk into this house and start searching for Jet, bitch. This is noted a bit more when Dogmeat runs out of the house and down the road, as other houses don't have doors or windows, and the marketplace inside some of the settlements look more accessible. The towns, by the way, look great. Much more lively, with people just hanging out, selling their wares, and conversing with each other. Yes, I too need to rake dirt. There's even a part where we see a shot of a seedy underworld-like setting, and walking towards the camera is somebody who suspiciously looks like the mysterious stranger. Maybe not him, but remember what I said. Gotta get those older fans hyped. So, moving on, we see a few common species are making a return. We get some feral ghouls. I think these are super mutants. I'm not exactly sure what this is, but maybe it could be a baby Mirelurk. You never know. A lot of people have also noticed that the use of vertebrates so far seems to be the proof that you can pilot or ride them for transportation, as air travel is strongly hinted at with the introduction of this here blimp. Because those always go so well in games. Other things that I picked up on, although minor details, were the presence of skyscrapers, Pac Brahman, this little skeleton here which, I swear, is in every single one of Bethesda's games now, and what seems to be a poster for Galaxy News, with a radio tower sending out a signal. Don't exactly know why it's GNN now, but okay, it goes with what actor Eric Todd DeLumes, the voice of Three Dog, was saying on his Twitter. Then we come to the last part of the trailer, which seems to be completely computer generated. We see Dogmeat snooping around in an auto shop where he comes across a suit of power armor. Also, notice the bobblehead. Dogmeat exits the shop and meets up with the player character. He pats Dogmeat on the head and...
Let's go, pal.
What? Did he just...
Let's go, pal.
What? Whoa, say that again.
Let's go, pal.
Where are we going?
Let's go, pal.
What?
Let's go, pal.
What?
Let's go, pal.
Okay. Yeah, this part for some reason has fans upset. It's been reported by Kotaku that the player character does indeed speak and has voices set for both male and female avatars. Now, knowing Bethesda's track record, I'll guess that the character has an opening monologue as well as an ending one, but doesn't speak in-game. I guess it wouldn't really matter though. The last hero Bethesda put out screamed at people for a living. I could be wrong, but that won't harm the game for me either way. And that's the trailer. It's only 3 minutes long, but gives you a whole lot to look at. But now it's time to go a little bit deeper here. Remember when I said that pre-war stuff happens before the game really starts? What I meant by this is, I'm predicting that you play as either the mother or the father here. You create your character, act out the scene, and do the tutorial, but your role is set and will be used as such in the main questline, as was the case with Fallout 3. The father in question does in fact look like the Vault Dweller at the end, which begs the question, how is he still alive? I mean, the wasteland does look like it has aged a bit since the bombs dropped, so how the hell old is this guy?
What the fuck is going on there?
Well, also according to Kotaku, the main character is a soldier from before the war and has to get his family to safety. And seeing as how putting the post-war timeline as a prequel to 3 or New Vegas seems a tad unlikely to me, I have to ask, what the hell is in that vault? What the hell makes him come out? Where's the family? So are you basically James from Fallout 3 this time? God, I need answers! This is killing me! But suffice it to say, this trailer really intrigued me. Bethesda scrapped the mud from their wasteland and gave it a palette of light. I can see influence from 1950s comics and advertisements that help shape their vision. I think this here is a subtle nod to that. Hell, the mysterious stranger-looking guy reminds me of old Dick Tracy comics, and honestly, Boston looks great, and I'm extremely excited to see what this E3 has in store. As for a release date, fuck, I want it now. But using the Skyrim timetable as a basis, I suspect we could see this at the very earliest in November 2015 or sometime mid-2016. Either way, I'm hyped. It's gonna be like Skyrim with guns. And you know what they say? War. War never...